What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Does Videos, coming at you today in our driveway, standing in front of our 2022 Honda Civic, where we are going to show you how to install this dashboard attachable mobile phone holder from a company called Karltys, or Karltys. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's compatible with the 2022, 23, and 24 Civics. As I'll show you in a minute, I had to look a little bit harder for this product because where you connect these mobile phone holders on your dash is a little bit different on the Honda Civics. They don't have the traditional horizontal slats, the vents that you typically attach these holders to. Let's get into it. So traditionally, these are the types of vents that you see in cars. You have the typical horizontal vents. The phone holders that you'll typically see connected to these have these little clips that go right inside these vents and clip right onto them. That is not the case in the Civics. And here's the difference. So we're inside our 2022 Civic and we're looking right at the dashboard. As you can see, steering wheel is right here. And I'm assuming this is a similar setup on the 23 and 24 Civics, but instead of those horizontal vents, you could see the hexagonal pattern that we have here. So I needed something that would be able to click into this setup rather than that traditional horizontal vent setup. Okay, so here is what is in that box. Here is the actual cell phone holder. And here are two attachments. Now this is the one that we're going to use to install that cell phone holder onto our Civic dash. And this is a more traditional one. As you can see here, these are the pieces that would typically go on the vents. And this would, if your vent is right here, it would slide right in, clamp down, and lock that holder in place. We're gonna show you why this doesn't work on the Civics here in a second. And then this is a little nut that we'll use once we attach the back to our cell phone holder in place, and this just simply locks it in place. All right, so I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of why the traditional attachment will not work in your Honda Civic. As you can see here, here's our traditional attachment. These little arms that are sticking out right here are perfect for the vents that you typically see, those horizontal vents. All you do is push down on this top button, slide this in, and they would grab the vents and stay there and lock in. As you can see here, however, with this hexagonal mesh or frame that we have in the Civic, these won't go in. These arms are too big for these little slots where these hexagons are. So we have to go with a different approach, and that's why we'll show you how this other attachment that is in the product works so much better. All right, so let's get everything connected. So you get your holder itself, get the nut, and you get the attachment that we need for the Civic. And of course, if you bought this for your car and you have a traditional setup, I would go ahead and use this other attachment on the back. But for us, we have to use the alternative approach. As you can see here, they have these little hooks. That is a way better design, and they'll hook right into those hexagonal shapes, as I'll show you in a second. So we've got the nut on the front part of this attachment where this little ball is. We're going to just insert the ball into the back of the cell phone holder, push in until it snaps, and then just tighten this nut. Like so. We're all connected there. All right, so let's get this thing installed. Now what you have to do for this thing to work, you have to insert these little hooks on the bottom here. There's that one, there's one on the other side, into kind of the half hexagons on the bottom. What I mean by that is that, one of those, that one, this one. You can't put it in to the full hexagons that are resting on the bottom or at the top. It will not work like that. So you find a spot, and I'm just going to go right over here because this is where I would actually like to have this set up, and make sure the bottom two hooks go in to two of those half hexagons on the bottom, and simply press in and make sure the upper part goes in at the same time. You kind of press on the bottom and then release up so that the top part goes into the hexagon, so to speak, on top. Now you've got your holder installed. Let me show you how to work it. Okay, so I face this forward towards you so that you can get a pretty good view. The camera angles are a little tough inside the car. So you simply grab your phone, I have mine right here, and you press these two outside prongs here to open the phone holder itself. So you can see here, after you push these all the way in, it clicks, it opens up these prongs. And take note of this right here, because once you set this in, you're just going to push your phone all the way back, and it's going to press this little button, which is going to then lock your phone in place. As you can see, like that, pushing that little button locks these arms in. And then of course you can adjust how you want. As you can see, up, down, side, side. All right, and here's how you remove your phone from the case. Remember, there's a little latch on this side, and then there's one on the other side as well. You simply press those in, and as you can see, it pops open these arms, and you remove your phone. Okay, so let's say that you want to remove your holder from the dashboard at some point. Let's show you how to do that. I personally like to remove the actual holder itself from the contraption. So you just spin the nut in the back until that's loose. And remember, that just is going to pop right out. You just remove the nut, or it pops off by itself. And then what you'll need to do is kind of lift up on the bottom parts of this attachment right here, and then kind of pull down. This is a little challenging, and it should be, right? Because you want this locked in. That's kind of one of the benefits of this product. You want this thing locked in when you're actually using it. So to do that, you simply lift up and pop open like that. What you have to do is pull those little hooks out. You pull up from the half hexagons on the bottom to get those hooks to rest on this little silver part right here, and then you push up a little further to just pull out the bottom, and then the hooks on the top will just fall out like that.